Hey guys, it's Alex here, and I'm back with Afan Lido for our February review for season 6 now. So this has been quite a busy season so far. I have to take you through a lot of transfers going on, I have to say, especially with us becoming sort of what's it called now? Professional. There is a lot of players to get rid of, players to bring in. So there's quite a lot going on. So first thing first, though, player we signed right when we became professional, Liam Murphy, who is an English striker, who used to play for West Brom. Well, never actually. He played one appearance in the Premier League, I have to say. Um, so that's pretty good in that respect, but he's very, very good, I have to say, for our level. 13 dribbling, 12 finishing, got some good composure, sort of a better Sean Miller, I have to say. So hopefully he does as well. He's also already wanted by a club, by TNS on loan. I don't understand it. But here comes the big bit. Boom. That's a lot of transfers. Basically, we let a lot of people go. We let Lee McArdle go, Reece Wilson, Josh Powell, Leighton Morley, Reece Sullivan, Sean Wood, and let some people go on loan. Gareth Follows left on a free. Lee Smith went to Buckley. More loans, and then loads of youngsters we just let go because these were all players on sort of amateur contracts that were just not going to improve at any point, and it's free just to release them from their contracts. So coming in, I also took a tip from a well Twitter handle Savage FM, if you don't know, and sort of let my chairman do a bit of, or my director of football looking at make some transfer bids, and I'd sort of say yes or no. And we've got some good players in. So players that I brought in, Bryn Moore from Bank City, just a youngster, 17-year-old centre mid, looks okay. Dale Harries from TNS, he's a very good player, 19 years old. I don't know why he was on an amateur contract with them, but they let him go for some reason. So quite happy to have him. And then Gavin Whelan from Bang as well, a goalkeeper, just to sort of keep him there. Signed a English left back called Skayon Benjamin, who's 21, sort of back up to Carl Casey from Charlton, actually, of all people. So that's pretty cool. And then we signed Clark Dowson, um, who is a 19-year-old striker slash attacking mid right left, 16 finishing as well. But he's been injured a bit, so he hasn't played that often. Only played 3 games this year, unfortunately. He used to play for, who was it, Newcastle. Then we signed in January. We did a lot of signings. Nathan Hayward first, goalkeeper. He is fantastic. He's completely taken over as the main goalkeeper. He used to play for Everton. Best stats out of anyone. Noam Solomon, who's a defensive mid slash centre back slash centre mid. So he's a very versatile player who gets played in like either position. Normally on the bench, but can come on for either position, which is really nice to see. Then we sort of let our sort of director of football sign to players. First one in, Wes York, attacking mid right, 27. Fantastic player. He's on a massive wage though, so don't know how long he's going to stay here for. Don't want to sort of go into that sort of wage problem. He's on 1.6k, which is a lot more than anyone else, I have to say. But he's been playing well. He's got 3 goals in 2 games so far and 2 assists. So if that form continues, I'm pretty happy with that. Played for Ipswich. He did actually get signed for 275k, so sort of quite an expensive player to get on a free. Then we signed John Holt, a player I looked at but didn't really go for. Left winger. He's now our starting left winger. 20 years old as well, so very young. He used to play for Burnley, so he's pretty good. Then they loaned David Sigurdsson, who's a 17-year-old attacking mid right centre, just a bit of backup for 3 months. Then we signed John Saxon, first player for a fee, 1.4k from Bangor City. I can see why they signed him. He's a good young striker. Last year, he scored 6 goals in 10 games for Bangor, which is quite good. Yet to make an appearance for us so far, because we've only just bought him. And then finally, Jake Charles, the player that you always used to score against us for TNS. They released him, so we decided to sign him on a free. He's only on £475 a week, so that looks pretty good there. So if you look at our squad now, the contracts have gone quite up quite a bit. But look at that, 1.6k, and then John Holt on 975, then Josh Grant 650. The rest of them, values wise, gone up quite a bit. Well, Sarkison on 69k because he's on a loan, but 12k for West York, quite a lot for us. But But yeah, we've been playing really well this year, I have to say. Schedule-wise, here we go. We had some friendlies. Then we had Trnava, who are from Slovakia, in the first round. Beat him 2-1 away. Sean Miller and an own goal there. Then we drew 1-1 at home. Liam Murphy with his first goal to put us through. Then we played Dynamo Moscow. He lost 1-0 at home, which was really annoying. Then we lost 3-2 away to lose 4-2 in aggregate. Got 2 goals away though. Leighton Matthews and Sean Miller. Quite happy with. Played ABBA. Beat them 6-0, which is sort of a good sign there. Ross Lewin, Sean Miller with a hat trick. And Murphin with a goal. Also Wright with a goal there. Then we had Villarreal in the Euro Cup playoff. We lost 3-0 away. Gerard Moreno with a hat trick against us. Then we played Barry 2-1, Sean Miller and Murphin. Then we beat Villarreal 2-0 at home. Dale Harry to an own goal, so we lost 3 to an aggregate. So close to getting that third goal and taking it to extra time, which would have been crazy. But unfortunately, we didn't. And unfortunately, right after that, we lost 1-0 to TNS in the Premier League Cup second round, so we're not going to keep that Premier League Cup. Really just played poorly in that game, unfortunately. But after that, as you can see, it's a massive winning run here. So I'm going to go through it. 3-1 versus Banger, Murphin, Lewin, and Suhansky. 2-0 versus Buckley, Murphin and Wright with both goals there. 4-0 versus TNS, Thrawn with 2, Sean Miller with 2. This is the point, basically, where I changed my formation. And this is where we started to do well versus TNS, I think. We used to play a sort of... I'll go through the tactics now, actually. So we play a 4-2-3-1 when it loads. So we play 4-2-3-1. Our instructions used to be more direct passing, pass into space, whip crosses, exploit the flanks, close down much more. I just changed it to work, retain possession, and work ball into box, and it just changed. That game we tried it, and it went on 4-0 at home. So I was a bit like, let's stick to this, and we just went on this massive win streak. Look at that. We haven't lost the rest of the season so far. Port Talbot was a 3-1 win. They came straight back. They came up actually. So, but we beat them again. Sean James and Dale Harris with goals there. 4-1 versus Real. James, Murphin, Thrawn, and Miller with goals. 2-0 versus Ridmwin. Thrawn and Sean James. 4-2 versus Conwy. Sean Miller with 2, Murphin and Thrawn. 2-1 versus Newtown. Murphin with both goals late on there. 3-0 versus Airbus, Sean Miller, Lyndon Wright, and Dale Harris. 6-0 versus the Nomads in the World Cup third round. Murphin with a hat trick, an own goal, Sean Miller and Ross Lewin. 3-2 versus ABBA, Sean Miller with 2, and Murphin with a goal there. Buckley was a 2-0 win, Jacob Hughes and Murphin. 3-1 versus Barry, Murphin, Jones, and Miller. 2-1 versus TNS away, Dale Harris and Lyndon Wright giving us the win there. 2-0 versus Banger, Murphin with both goals. 1-0 versus Port Talbot, Murphin with another goal. 2-0 versus Real, Sean Miller and Thrawn. 0-0 versus Conwy away. Really disappointing that we didn't get that win there because they're not that good of a team. But we beat Newtown 3-1 after that. Thrawn, Allen and Murphin. 4-0 versus Ridmwin. Murphin with 2 with a hat trick and Jones with 1. 6-0 versus Airbus. Wes York with 2 on his debut. Ross Lewin, Carl Casey, Josh Grant, and Murphin with goals there. And then 4-0 versus Quambren Celtic in the Welsh Cup. West York, Simon Allen, and Sean Miller with 2. So West York made a good impression his first 2 games. But these games are starting to get really good stats-wise, I have to say. Like, if we look at the split stats for it, we're starting to dominate possession and all the chances, which is really good to see, which is what I want to see. But yeah, so if we look at the league, we have been dominating. We are undefeated so far, which is really nice to see. 21 games, 1 draw. That's it. 63 goals for, only 12 conceded. So we're 10 points clear of TNS at this point. Slowly building up that lead. Bangor City in third, then Ridmwin. Port Talbot actually doing quite well this year. They're in the top half, along with ABBA. Buckley and Newtown down the bottom. Well, Buckley are definitely going down. But Conwy, Real, and Newtown are fighting it out, really, down the bottom, along with Airbus and Barry. If we look at player stats this year, Murphin has the most goals, 19. Sean Miller's got 14. Then you've got some play in the middle, Murphin and Casey with average ratings. Assist-wise, Thrawn and Lewin are up there. But yeah, so I have to say, due to what's his name coming in, due to uh, West York. Well, firstly Murphy and then West York coming in. Sean Miller sort of getting less game time in his preferred position. He's played right attacking mid all season this year, and he's still got 19 goals in 30 games, which is quite impressive, I have to say. Um, Murphy's got 23 and 28, which is really good. So we got two really good goal scorers here. Fraun's got 7 after that. Assist wise, Russell Lewin has got 12. Fraun's got 10. 8 for Miller, along with Dale Harris as well. Average rating 9.1 for West York. Um, Fraun's got 7.56. But yeah, so it's good to see. We're starting to really play well now. Really happy with how we're going this way. Somehow though, after this now we're just losing money, ridiculous amounts. So we need to get into Europe really to help that out. Maybe it's the youth, but we aren't spending that much extra on sort of not transfers, wage, which is it's like the amount we've actually increased. It isn't realistically that much. Um, Squad, there's the. I just want to check something. I haven't actually checked something. Team. If you go to salary per annum, we're now top with 723k per year. So I guess it's quite a big jump. Um, we're now top of that. I'm not too sure. It's not making that much of a difference, I have to say, with it. But there we go. If we look at our squad, is this the starting squad? Yeah, I'd say so. Maybe with a few players absent. I'll show you sort of Leighton Matthews still improving, 19 now. Players starting to grow older. Josh Grant is 21 now, very very good. Um, Nathan Hayward is our star goalkeeper now. I have to say, I think he's probably the one with the chance of getting called up for Wales. We get so many players get called up for under 21 duties. Um, it's like under 21s and under 19s. We have like 20 players getting called up. Um, where does it say? No, is it in scouting? I thought it was in scouting that you had the international. Hmm, no idea then. Um, but yeah, we got. I just wanted to show. I completely forgot. Shola Amiobi. We hired him as a staff a while back, um, which is pretty crazy. So we have him. He's the only sort of star player really in our backroom staff. Shola Amiobi. Um, But yeah, so I think that's generally it. Doing very well so far, top of the league, undefeated, new players doing well, got that professional status. We just need to get that Europe. That's all we need. But yeah, so I hope I'll be back for the end of season 6. To see if we actually can keep that undefeated streak going. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's been Alex, and I'll see you guys later.